So this is the Astro Basic version of Artillery Duel. This is actually included in the Astro Basic manual. It's originally printed from the Arcadian, and it was written by John Perkins, who later went on to write the cartridge version of it, which is going to be shown up next.
In fact, allegedly, he wrote every cartridge version of Artillery Duel, so K-Tells for the 2600 and the ColecoVision.
So which one are you? Oh, you're playing first. And you are on the left. I have not played this one, jeez, in a long time, since maybe in the 90s? Have I played this one with you? I've played Artillery Duel against you.
The cartridge version.
Yeah, the cartridge version, yeah.
And of course, we are very fond of Scorched Tanks.
Yes.
And the Amiga. Alright, I didn't use enough gunpowder. So this is, for all of you watching, I just didn't use enough gunpowder. So to the right you have Adam, to the left Wile E. Coyote. Screwing up. Ooh, that's pretty cool. You can do in BASIC with some drawing commands, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let me increase the baggage, as it were. And there we go.
What did you use before, do you know?
2.
2?
Should be better.
Yep, perfect.
Yep, right in my outhouse. All right.
All right, so I need to change my angle, so it's going to be, let's see, maybe, how about try 75? And I got to turn down the bag. Let's see. There we go. We'll try that. All right. Too much.
We're firing over a mountain that's made of gunpowder.
Ooh!
Hey, look at that! Hey! You practiced.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't kill you though.
No, it turned me into a satellite dish.
It does look like one.
Alright, so that was too narrow. Let's do that instead. No, still wasn't enough. Let's go with 6 for 5.9.
I guess I didn't notice what the wind has been. I've not been paying any attention.
Good point, I didn't even look.
So
we are obliterating this mountain.
Let's see.
That's some powerful projectile stuff going on there.
Let's see,
That's
this
not
time.
gunpowder.
Ah!
You missed.
By that much.
Alright. Somebody put a lot of work into this basic program. Now look at that. He had to get the trajectories down.
Yeah. So interestingly, in the there's 2 versions of the Astro Basic manual. In both versions, when they printed it in the manual, they each have there's a mistake.
Oh.
So if you type it in from the basic manual, it'll not work properly.
Well, it's supposed to be what teaches you basics. See, then it's like
right.
find the bug.
Right. What it teaches most people is, God damn it, it's not working.
I knew I should have bought that Zonox double N.
Right.
Alright. Maximum baggage. That ought to do it. That'd be great if a bird fell.
You lost your bullet, man. That's cool.
Right behind you.
Alright. Alright, man. Oh, I'm getting worse. I want to hit myself like you were earlier.
Strong wind.
You're learning a lesson. I am not.
I'm trying. What I've learned is when you live on a mountain made of gunpowder, there's unlimited ammo. Or nitroglycerin, because there's some serious velocity in these projectiles.
Man.
I noticed the lack of marching soldiers.
Thankfully.
Snare drum, yeah.
Thankfully.
That you can't skip.
Ah!
Now, was this the first game of its kind, apart from mainframe versions, that didn't actually have moving graphics?
I don't know. There's probably versions for the Apple, and probably even earlier computers.
All right.
Because I know there's a version of it. It's all text, but there's a version of it, I think, in what is it? One of that Creative Computing's Big Book of Games.
Oh yeah.
I forget what it's actually called.
Right. Yeah, some games have always been there.
Yeah.
Like you don't know who wrote them. Like Lunar Lander, the text version on mainframes, you know. Hunt the Wumpus, that kind of thing.
What I've decided to do, I'm going to blow up the mountain.
I noticed. It's very slow but resolute way of destroying your enemy.
Okay, you
Fire
might,
through a mountain.
that actually has to happen on the Amiga version of Scorched Tanks sometimes because, like,
Yeah.
you have no choice. Let's see. What actually will happen if I just do that and put it up to max?
You just killed a deer.
I just made a place for me to live when it gets cold. I made a little cave there.
This is actually the good version of Oregon Trail.
People love that game. I don't know why.
I think they just have good association with it. Because how can you love a game that can kill you with diarrhea?
For dysentery.
Or dysentery.
Yeah, same. Let's see.
You got dysentery. That's because they knew the fourth graders playing that game all around the country would make constant shit jokes.
That's actually another game that's based on a mainframe text adventure, right? Or not a text adventure, but
Right.
text
Simulation.
Yeah.
Oh, that wind's too strong. I should have.
Oh my gosh, this game does take a while, doesn't it?
More. It does, yeah. But I'm always impressed, especially in BASIC, when somebody is able to work graphics like that. I mean, to actually spread an explosion throughout something
I moved
like
my
a
thing by
mountain,
accident.
you know,
Yeah, yeah.
and have it affect the shape of it.
It's actually beginning to look like it's really got some debris going on over there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So close.
Well, I've hit you twice, and they were like a long time ago.
I've healed since then. Well, I didn't hit you, but if you go out to check for the paper, you're screwed. You're done. Got you on a precipice.
All right.
It's always snowing. Maybe we're still in dog patch.
Oh, you got me. Nope.
Oh, so close.
I don't know how you have to kill the other guy. I'm just floating in the air now.
You are. I didn't know you were magical. I would have spared myself the trouble of this war.
Man, I'm not paying any attention to where my last shots go.
Well, there's a way to play.
There we
Oh,
go.
that's when you do it, when you stop paying attention. Well, it's about
It
time.
looks like you got killed.
Finally blew up.
Wow. All right. So I'm going to stop this one, and we'll next play the cartridge.
We'll play the cartridge.
Let's see what the landscape looks like. I want to see how different it looks for a second game. I'm not going to play this one, but let's
There's
just
a
check it
fill
out.
command, right? Or is he doing this like with commands?
I don't think there is a fill command, so
Okay,
I'm not
so
sure
he's
how
doing
he's
this
doing it.
vertically, column by column. It's faster than BASIC 3.
What I don't understand is I could have sworn like after I killed you, it's supposed to say "You suck, Chris," but maybe that's another game.
That's a version in your dreams.
Now we're going to play the Artillery Duel that was written for a cartridge by John Perkins for the Astrocade. I don't remember what this means, so you're choosing, by the way. So
Well, I'd imagine private is easiest and general is hardest.
oh, probably with the thanks. I think it affects the wind. I think is what it does.
Oh, let's go with 1.
Okay, let's go with 1. I think with 1, maybe there's no wind. Maybe I can't remember.
That'd be even better.
It's one of those games that like you need another player to.
Oh, I see. You can handicap one player.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like difficulty switches.
Look how much faster the landscape drew.
Ooh, look at the colors and the huge trees. Or cacti.
So this is a pet peeve of this game. People think it's cute, although it sounds messed up.
What's the multi-card version?
No, I guess that's how it's supposed to sound. I mean,
Yeah, that's not skippable is what Adam was about to say, but look how huge they are. How do they fit inside that gun? Or the turret, I guess.
well, remember this is a 2D version we're seeing. This thing is like 30 feet long on the other side.
Oh, right, so they're
The depth?
marching farther and farther away. Okay, so that's in the distance.
All right.
Not like the cactuses. Ooh, fancy now, right?
Yeah, it looks cool.
It does indeed.
And this is you. Don't blow yourself up.
I'm still trying to figure out how to control it, by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
now I
okay.
got it.
Yeah, I don't remember how to control it off the top of my head either.
Let's go with that.
It's a pretty cool little animation when it's skipping numbers. It's
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, that's really neat. Just once in a while, a dead bird falling would be great.
It would. It would.
Ooh. Isn't this the one in which the dirt falls sometimes to cover up spaces?
No.
Or I'm thinking of Scorched Tanks.
Yeah, that's Scorched Tanks. So,
oh, you have a rear view mirror of me.
okay.
So that'd be a forward view mirror.
There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Stop going. Well, how do I only move it so it goes...
I don't know. I wasn't able to either. Maybe private entails only adjusting it 5 at a time.
Let's see where it's going to go. Let's try it right now. Oops, gotta go fire.
I have to fire the one test shot. The funny sounds. What do you got against cacti? Here in Dog Patch, we plant a lot of cacti. Alright, I need to up the powder, I believe. Probably by more than that.
Trying to remember, the 2600 version is really slow, right? Like super slow.
I don't think I've ever played it.
Yeah.
You and I tried it once, I don't actually remember. We didn't play a whole game, you know.
Wow, it didn't even go as far. I guess the wind changed.
Yeah.
I'm saying this, and now that this is on video, we'll be like, no, the wind did change. You are just not any good at the game.
Well, where's the wind? Oh, it says 4 miles an hour.
And the flag tells you what direction it's going, which is kind of cool.
Those are some tough fauna. I mean, look at that. There's a hole burnt right through them. They're still standing.
Ooh.
Closer. Any minute now, Santa's going to fly down and leave presents under every one of those.
Okay, so I did notice the wind increased, so I'm going to try a little more powder. Like, this is like a real science, you know?
Absolutely. Some people get paid to figure this shit out.
That was one of the uses of computers, but like the people who during World War II, right, was to make those books that had the mathematical equations. I guess they weren't the equations; they were the tables of numbers that the artillery people would put in for their cannons.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Ooh, look
Wow!
at that. Well, I like this version more.
Damage.
Your little surrender flags.
Oh, that's
sticking
cool.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, ballistics. They actually had whole departments at like military academies set aside for them. I only know that because Frank Zappa's dad did that for a while.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And he thought, what the hell am I doing with my life? So did Mr. Overrated in the history of video games, Willie Higginbotham.
Who the heck's that?
Yeah, the guy who made Tennis for Two that influenced nobody, but
Oh.
happened to come earlier than Steve Russell's
Right.
Space War.
Yeah,
He wasn't the only one making cute little games on oscilloscopes at the time. Alright, minute adjustments now, like an EQ. Sometimes a bit will do instead of a lot.
Alright.
And
I hope I have my helmet on.
I think I've successfully applied audio science to Artillery Duel today.
That's a cool little...
Ooh, I
that's
like
cool.
that. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That whole mountainside now is no good for cactus planting.
So we'll play through this little inn and then we're done. But so it's a pretty fun game. They're obviously the same type of idea. The cartridge version is better. It's a little faster. But overall, you know, if you typed it in, got it to work, it would have been kind of fun.
The basic game is impressive. If I'd written a basic game like that, I would have been surprised and proud. Nice.